What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Boosted Motorsports channel. Right now, we're gonna do another kind of little bit of a vlog type video again. Sorry if the camera's shaking or it's a little bit loud. I'm in the S2000 right now. A few things are going on today. Right now, I'm headed to the dealership that we went to that you guys previously saw, the one that had the Ram truck. Allegedly, they sold it. I want to see what else they have on the lot, or if that thing's still there. And we'll see how it goes. They were kind of playing a bit of a game last time, but and then they ended up dropping the price even further throughout the week. And then when I called to find out, they said it's sold. So I don't know. I'm gonna it's not that far, so I'm gonna go roll up there, see what the situation is, if it's there or if there's another one. We were looking at that white tradesman. Holy jeez, this thing's shaking. But there's also a black tradesman, I think, that they have. And if I could get the black one, I prefer it. But I don't know. Let's roll out, see what it is, and let's just freestyle it again today on this vlog and see how it goes. So we're back at the dealership. There's a bunch of 19s here, but if you guys remember, it was sitting right there, and it doesn't look like it's sitting there right now. So let's go out, take a walk, see what's sitting on the lot, and see if anything looks like we might be interested. So we got the 4th body gen. There's a Rebel sitting here. Take a look at this Rebel for a second. I never really looked at one up close. It's a weird color. It's like kind of bluish. So it's got the red interior. Oh man, the glare is crazy. But yeah, it's got the red interior, but doesn't have the big touch screen. It's got some beefy tires on it. I don't know if these are stock. You guys might know better than I would. But there's one that looks like this. It's probably not this one, because this looks like it's got some wheels on it. But there's one that looks like that. It's a tradesman, and I think it's over there. I think I saw it, but I just wanted to see if that other one was here, the one that we were looking at last week. Here's a white Laramie. Let's check this out for a second. So I guess the difference you're gonna see that exhaust cutout portion on the bottom. And I think if it's a base model, I wonder if that would be kind of cool, honestly. You guys, I don't know if there's any documentation on this. So see this here, this trim. I wonder if the regular standard bumper has this little divot in it or not, because it kind of looks like it's trimmed out. But I wonder if we found one that doesn't have it. Like, you might get lucky. See on the bottom here? I don't know if that's the case. Oh, here's 2 side by side. So see what I was saying? There's that black little trim piece. I wonder if you could switch it out, but it doesn't look like it. There's actually still a divot here, a little bump. I was wondering if they made it so you could just change that lower half, a little black plastic piece, and you'd be all set, but it doesn't look like it's the case. There's a bighorn. I don't know what that thing is, but looks kind of basic, but not a complete base model or tradesman, because it still has some wheels on it. Here's a red bighorn. Let's check out the front ends of these things. Wheels look pretty cool. 6-bolt. Doesn't have the massive touchscreen on it. Hood is popped. Here's the front end. And yeah, I do like the front ends. They really are starting to grow on me. There's this one here. I don't know why the hoods are popped on every single one of these, but not too shabby. Here's some more base ones. And let's check out the window sticker. This thing looks loaded out. I'm not a huge fan of this color, but definitely looks decked out. You can see the different headlights in it. It's got the LED headlights, I believe, but definitely fancier looking headlights. It's dirty. Look how dirty this thing is. This thing's been sitting here a while, guys. It's covered. This one has the big touchscreen. But we'll take a walk over here. Let me just investigate for a second, and I'll flip this camera back on once I find what I'm looking for here. So here's the one that I was telling you about, you guys. It's a tradesman, but it's black, so I think we could probably make this thing look pretty nice. All basic inside, if you can avoid my camera glare. There we go. But yeah, just stock standard wheels, whole front end's just plain Jane looking. But I don't know. There's a bunny, if you guys saw that. I don't know if we could buy a bunny today. I don't see any window sticker on it. I'm not sure what the deal is. Maybe we'll go ask them. I think there's a bunny under here somewhere, but I think he's gone. All right, let me find out what the deal is with this thing, because if we could get this one for a similar price, I think I'd rather the black one. I think I could make it look pretty nice looking. Let me find out what the deal is. All right, so again, this dealership wants to play games. So just spent, honestly, 2 hours. Just a complete waste of time. The sales rep that I was dealing with told me he could probably get it for low 20s. They have a listed price of 23 online, and yeah, after talking with them for a bit, it's got 1,500 miles on it. It's been purchased, it's been returned, and yeah, purchased, returned. It's had an owner. I guess the person couldn't make their payments, so it got brought back. And here goes the truck right there. I guess they're putting it back on the lot, but yeah, they're playing games. I would buy it if it was reflective of what it is. I mean, the bed is all scratched. It's missing some interior pieces. I don't know why, whether it was overlooked when it was purchased, or maybe the previous owner took those pieces out. But anyways, I'm walking on this one, you guys. It's not a big deal. We will get one eventually, but I'm not gonna get a used truck at a new price. It doesn't make any sense. So anyways, let's keep going. All right, we're back in the garage, and things have escalated quickly over here. This is just something I got for free. I want to turn it into some sort of man cave type thing. I want to maybe put some LEDs in it. It's the back of a charger, not the newest charger, but the one right before it. I guess maybe it might be like a 2012-ish or something, somewhere around that year range. But I don't know, maybe we'll do something cool with that, put it up on the wall somewhere in the garage. But I've just been working on something else. Just been digging up a bunch of roots and stuff with the machine. So I've been going to town on this for the last few hours, trying to blow off some steam with this silly truck thing. So I do want to do something else. I have, like I showed you guys before, I have a few other things. Probably won't get to it in this video, but I've got a dash cam that I want to review for you guys, since it's probably a good idea since I drive so much. It's not going to be in like these cars per se, but just in my daily beater, the Jetta. So probably not a bad thing to have. So I'm going to do a review on that. We still have the stainless steel brake lines. I showed you guys another video, and what this is for the AEM. There's a standalone computer that we have for the S2000. HP Tuners isn't going to work on the S2000, so we're going to use AEM, a standalone computer, so that we can get ourselves ready. I also purchased injectors for this thing, and I'm trying to piece together a supercharger kit eventually. So this thing's going to have some power to it, but just not yet. But let's see what else we get into today. What I do think needs to be done is we need to destroy this ricer exhaust. This was the ricer exhaust that was on the Supercar Suspects S2000 when I bought it, and the tips were all damaged and collapsed from when it fell off the lift. So let's see what this big piece of machinery can do to this thing. Well, that definitely destroyed it. And in case you're wondering what's inside one of these ricer exhausts, it's just some insulation and a baffle in the middle. And that's pretty much it. She is toast and pancaked now. So that's the end of this thing. We can toss it. Done playing in the dirt for now, but last thing I want to do before we kind of close out this video is that AEM standalone ECU. I want to make sure that it works since it's used. you know, before too much time goes by. So even though we're not going to necessarily use it for now, I'm going to plug it into the car. I'm going to load a base map because right now it probably has who knows what in it. And hopefully all goes well because I also have that cable that we have to use. So I'm going to try and connect to it, load a base map into it, start the car, make sure it at least works, and we'll go from there, but let's get at it. So here we go. Since this is a plug and play standalone ECU, you can guess just that. There's the stock ECU. We simply take over the factory harnessing. It's pretty straightforward. You take the factory harness, unplug it from the factory ECU, and plug it into AEM's identical plugs. So that should be pretty straightforward, and then we'll connect to it. And just like that, our harness is connected. So we can go ahead and connect to the serial port. It does have a serial port because it's a bit older model, but it doesn't matter. It's still gonna do the same thing. Let's grab the laptop that's over there and connect to it. Well, we didn't get too far, you guys. So I was ready to hook up and sync with the computer, and it found our little thing that I got off Amazon, this little dongle. But when you go to plug it in, the stupid thing, this old school stuff, but see how it has these things here? And I tried to sit there and unscrew this one. You can't unscrew them unless you want to bust this thing, and I literally just bought it. But when you go to put it on, it's already got like female threads here. So as you can imagine, you try to go put this on and these two stupid things hit. So you can't put it together because even though this is female, or this is male and that's female, it won't go together because those stupid things hit. So I don't know, I could try to bust these things off, but the problem is this plate, which holds this whole connection, these little screws hold this plate on. So you're kind of screwed. If you bust this off, then you're gonna have no way of keeping this thing seated. So off to Amazon it goes, because that's kind of useless unless I get another cable to connect to this cable to connect to the other cable. So either one of the two is gonna happen. Either I'm gonna have to get an extension for this, which maybe I'll just do that, or I have to get a different one. So we're stuck on this for now. And one other thing to show you guys is, if you've been following along for a little while, I do have seat rails. So it's a Buddy Club seat rail, driver's side, for a bucket seat. So I picked that up and I have this sitting here waiting. I'm just waiting for an opportunity to purchase, because this is like a budget build, I'm waiting for an opportunity to purchase a bucket seat that is going to be cost effective and aligns with the budget of the overall car and the fact that we're trying to keep this a budget build. And I also want to try and get a harness and a cage. So I'm waiting to try to find a cage so we can do it all properly. The bucket seat goes in, the cage goes in, and the harness goes onto the cage. So that's the plans for that. Anyways, you guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Some stuff didn't go as planned, but we'll keep plugging along and keep at it. We are also soon to be meeting up with Chris from Supercar Suspects that you see behind me. They're gonna check out the car, how we've built it. I'm still trying to get the wing on the back, because we don't have a wing on the back. That's one of my objectives, is to have the car at least pretty well done with the wing and everything ready to go before we meet those guys. But my source on the wing hasn't come through and it keeps getting delayed. So I'm hoping I have that, so that in my eyes, the car is at least somewhat complete. But we'll see how that happens, and hopefully it comes together. Anyways, guys, thanks again for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell notification next to subscribe. It lets you know when a new video comes out. But we'll see you on the next video, guys. Take care.